I briefly also want to elaborate on again today about the feelings of being bullied in this world. Maybe someone needs to see this. I don't know. I just feel compelled to talk about it a little bit. So, when we live in this world, I talk a little bit about like spiritual warfare and even well into adulthood. A lot of times in our societies, we normalize violence, we normalize bullying, even well into adulthood and things like that. And if you want to think of it in a sense of like good and evil, or like good people, bad people, whatever, it's really imperative that good people in this world learn to be strong in the sense of like to be on par or just as audacious or courageous as evil is. Evil doesn't give a fuck. And so basically, good people need to have more courage to be good people. A lot of good people in this world, when they're born, sensitive people when they're born, we like to kind of cower or like, kind of ask permission to exist a lot. And I think that's part of evil trying to put in our brain, like, you need to prove yourself. A lot of people who don't want power need to have power. And so if you have an idea in your mind at the core and your integrity that you know you're a good person, you're driven by wanting to do good, it's really imperative. The message right now is that you step fully into your self conviction. And what that does is it brings balance into the world. It's not saying that you have to go full force in war in the front lines and all that shit. But good people need to double down in themselves and be strong and to be courageous and to stand up for themselves, for others. And sometimes the bullying that we receive is low key also offering us a perspective to embrace our strength, because it's kind of like when we aren't in our power, we're leaving holes for people to kind of like poke at us constantly. And so until we also choose in ourselves to be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna stand in my conviction. This is how I would fucking run things. I don't fucking want to be like these people, for example. And understanding that what value you carry and what value you hold in your essence and how you move in the world, we need people who are doubling down on like trusting them, good people trusting themselves and things of that nature. And so again, what this does is brings balance into the world. And good people are supposed to be like warriors in their own right. And so nothing about this shit is easy. I'm just telling you right now. And so if we come from a standpoint of that this world is one of spiritual warfare, it's not supposed to be easy. It's not to say that like good people also don't deserve grace and space. Of course, all that's included into it. But I'm just saying from like a prophetic standpoint or whatever. Um, Understanding what this world really is, and it's just saying yes, it's fucked up people, it's fucked up shit going on, but in these times it's just understanding that good people need to learn to stand 10 toes down just as much as evil or even more. And like because I don't know, we always paint goodness as like it's like this passive thing to me, or something. And even in spirituality, we have a right to protect ourselves and defend ourselves. It's not on some love and light shit all the time. And so I say this just to say that goodness isn't this passive thing. It's a like it's an authority in it. It's an understanding, like you get to stand in the authority of yourself and doing good for yourself and others. And so I think a lot of, I keep going back to suicidal things, or like people feeling defeated or people's spirit being killed off and everything, is because we don't know these things. We're not being told to double down on who we are. And the world has done a very successful job at convincing us that something is wrong with us, when more good people are just like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna just be who I am anyway, and the world will have to deal. And it's really hard when you're on the journey by yourself, obviously. But yeah, so some this is an era and a time to stand 10 toes down. There's nothing wrong with you. Understand that the world can be a very, very, very fucked up place. Yeah, so I hope to expand on this soon.